on this Saturday morning. Sunshine and showers today. I hope you're getting the former rather than the latter. I'm at the Bath and West Showground broadcasting live from the 33rd Bristol Classic Car Show. I've got off the BBC Somerset bus. I've walked across the car park full of visiting classic cars of all shapes and sizes to meet our first car lovers. One of the cars on display here today is about to take part in a very special road trip in July. In July, Will Punchard and John House are going to drive a 1969 MGB, a total of 5,300 miles through 13 different countries to raise money for leukemia and lymphoma research. Now, I would be worried if I had to drive in France, let alone the Arctic Circle. So here we are with the car. Will and John are here. First of all, John, why?
Well, basically, obviously, it's a great cause. That's the main focus of raising money. But I guess it sort of first started out with us just wanting to do a long drive, and then moving on to going around the Baltic Sea. I don't know how that came back.
How did that come? Presumably in the pub, I would have thought.
Yes, something along that line.
Why leukemia and lymphoma?
It's a charity sort of important to us because a few friends of ours have suffered from it, and I lost my father last year to cancer, and so I've been looking to do some sort of event for a sort of cancer charity. Yeah. And then obviously one of the sort of things he'd said about was sort of leukemia was one of the worst ones really in terms of what people go through, and so that's why it was important to us. So.
Oh, good. Well, fair play to you. And I know whilst you're here, you're going to be doing a bit of a collection as well. Will, can you talk us roughly through the route? Because I've only got a few minutes. Take us roughly through the countries you're going to be going through.
So roughly we're going to leave from Cambridge in the UK all the way into France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Denmark, over the bridges into Sweden, all the way up the Baltic coast, up into Finland, and then across the border if they let us into Russia, fingers crossed, visas are coming through at the moment, and then all the way down through the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, into Poland, and then back into Germany and hopefully back home again.
Now this car has got Russian history though, John, hasn't it? What happened?
That's right. This car used to belong to a chap called Eddie McGowan, who used to do charity drives in the 1970s, and he actually set off on a around the world attempt, and he was sent off by the Queen to do that.
Lovely.
But he sort of failed in Russia and came back again. But then he went out again to Russia, but again he broke down in Moscow, and the Moscow authorities didn't want him there, so they towed him back to West Berlin. And then the car picked up the Guinness World Record for the longest towed vehicle.
I know you've got a copy of the certificate here, haven't you? It says Guinness Book of Records, longest tow, Eddie McGowan's MGB, and there's the number plate, was towed a distance of 2,343 kilometres, which is 1,456 miles, towed from Moscow to West Berlin on a single rope in July 1987, and it's signed by Norris McWhirter. That's how you know it's a proper record, isn't it? The car, who does the car belong to, Will?
So I work at the MG Owners Club, and they have donated the car for us to use. So when Eddie passed away in 1989, he wanted to be buried in the car, but unfortunately they wouldn't let him.
Oh.
So he kindly donated it to the MG Owners Club in his will, and we've looked after it and restored it ever since.
Wow, is it reliable?
Yeah, it's not bad. It drove all the way down from Cambridge yesterday, no problems at all.
Not being funny, Cambridge to Somerset. You're about to go through 13 countries. I think we need a bit more reliability than that. What happens if you break down and you need a bit replacing or something like that?
Well, luckily I've got the MG Owners Club backing me up as we go along, so if there's anything I need, I can always give them a call and we can courier something out along the way. But I'm a bit of dab hand at mechanics, so if anything goes, we'll be all right.
And John, how's it going to work with the driving? Now, in our house, I always have to drive because I can't bear being a passenger. How's it going to work between you two?
I think it'll be whoever's the least sleepy probably at any one point or time. But we're both sort of very accustomed to long distance driving, and we've done a few things in the past anyway, so hopefully we'll be fine with that. And with the top down, that should keep the wind running through, the Arctic wind running through the hair. That should keep us awake.
Yeah, there won't be much time for sleeping then. So you leave on the 20th of July. How can people find out more and more importantly support you, Will?
Yeah, so All the money goes to Leukemia Lymphoma Research. So if you just head to our website, which is www.mgbaroundthesea.com, all one word, all the information you need's on there, and then there's a link to the Just Giving page where you can donate some money online.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you, John, as well.
Thank you very much.
How fantastic what they're doing. Going to travel 5,300 miles through 13 different countries to raise money for charity in a car that holds the Guinness Book of World Records for being towed just under 1,500 miles.
Hoping not to break it.
Yeah, hoping not to break. Yeah, we don't want to break that record because the Russians wanted them out.